Ayojo Aho Tifa Nami Fom I'm see a here Obuga Israel here. What's on? Hashtag nobody me. Sex is not a substitute for a relationship. Sex, people don't know how to use a merge. I'm sorry, it threw me off, man. People don't know how to use a merge. Do y'all know a lot of the traffic jams that we suffer from are really just a result of not knowing how to use the system? I digress on my progress. That's not the point of this nobody. Sex is not a substitute for a relationship. Coming off of the Valentine's Day festivities, I know where you were last night. Don't. I know where you were last night. I know what you did last night. And I also know, check this out, here's the wisdom. I know what you weren't doing yesterday. But I digress, so we may progress. Woman. I was listening to another broadcast of Uncle Black, and he did a poll a couple broadcasts ago leading up to Valentine's Day broadcast, he asked the females, basically, raise your hand if you know that you can get a free bouquet of roses right now. Be it an ex, be it, a trick, be it playboy, whatever it may be. But you can get a free bouquet of roses or flowers right now. Raise your hand. Meaning, someone buy you some roses. I say get it for free, meaning another individual, a male, particularly a male, okay? Now, there are thousands of people listening to his broadcast. So, give or take percentage of females, majority men are listeners. Let's say at least, 30 to 40% are female. I'm just throwing some numbers. That's a lot of females. Do you know that 0 females raised their hand? Goose egg. And this was a very, very damning moment in the paradigm shift that we are having here. An omen, if you will, pointing towards the complete breakdown of negotiations between the male and the female. Particularly, I'm speaking of the black male and black female relationship, but in general, male, female, in total. And I've said for the longest time, this all is in sequence, or with the winter is here broadcast, signaling to men and to the females, saying that the drought is here. Men have awakened to your games, and we have decided to get off of the chessboard. People keep turning on green lights, and I know y'all have to be experiencing this crazy level of driving. ever since all those immigrants showed up. Yep, whatever, you can say whatever you want. Yes, I'm out here all the time. I can mark all this stuff. Ever since all the immigrants showed up, the driving has just gone completely mad. I mean, this new turn on the green light thing, I know y'all are experiencing this. This new turn on the green light thing is so out of hand. Yesterday, I got ready, I turned green, I'm turning, and here comes a car. Like, you know how you used to have to delay like 0.5 seconds to a second before you turn, or even 3? That's got to be 3 to 5 seconds now. Like, that's how bad it is. But I digress, so we made progress. So, I've been saying for the longest, you remove sex from the equation, as far as black males, I'm specifically males and females, but specifically black males and black females. You remove sex from the equation, and we don't F with each other at all. We would be different countries. Y'all, the females would be, you know, Amazonian, like the movies, like Wonder Woman. They'd be on an island somewhere by themselves, and the males would be, you know, in Valhalla or whatever. Like, we would be different countries if there was no sex involved. Think about that. We would just be separate gangs. That's literally the only thing that has us fooled with each other at all. And Foreman, that is a damning commentary. That is a horrible place to be in right now, with our backs against the wall, as far as everything that society is draconianly throwing at us. Kafla, about to get some beeping noises here. So this is my point, Foreman. Sex is not a substitute for a relationship. And the last nail in the coffin was this brother that called in. Is he important to what I'm saying? No, that's a comment I'm going to make once I finish this. That's on my mind. That's separate. Well, it kind of does play into it, because the brother, he was like, you know, he was talking about a bad relationship, and then Unc asked him, like, well, brother, did you get married? You know, because you don't want to tie yourself to this person that you don't fool with. And he was like, no, but we did have a baby together. And, you know, it's like, I'm like, brother, you're married, okay? That you're married. Same thing. She has the exact same power and control over you. It's a done deal. But that makes my point. Sex is not a substitute for a relationship. And this is what our people suffer from. As long as we have the sex and the excitement thereof and all that comes with that, we don't focus on the actual state of affairs. The state of a union is not strong. Sex is supposed to be a byproduct of a healthy relationship. It's not supposed to be the relationship. You know, even this crazy notion of, you see this in all the media that they push all this satanic mess, Jewish media, that they push all this satanic mess on us. To where, you know, the female, you see them ask, have y'all slept together yet? And then she's like, oh, girl, I wouldn't get with him just yet, because we're literally judging men by the size of their privy member. I'll be thinking about my daughter because I know sometimes Sidonia, my wife, might play this in front of her, so I'll be trying to think about it. If I can, watch my words. I don't do it all the time, but I try to. If I wonder why I be pausing like that, like, it is what it is. But all this mess, See, when you dehumanize the sacredness of the holy temple that is our bodies, then you prepare the soil for the satanic or demonic or perverted seeds that have been planted within. This is the tree growing in the midst of the garden that he said, don't eat for me. When you accept these foolish ideologies. But I digress so we may progress. No, if the relationship is good, then the sex will be good. Regardless of length of members, regardless of size of members. I was trying to think of one for the derriere, but I couldn't really think of one. Plushness, all this stuff, right? Without getting too graphic, y'all, we are adults. You know what I'm talking about. And it's a world. I only say this not to go too deep or be too revealing, but it's a world that is anathema to marriage. Marriage is honorable, and just remember these polls aren't including righteousness. These statistics don't include righteousness. You never see them. There's got to be a subcategory outside of even Muslims, a subcategory of Israelites, and our marriage rates and our relationships with our wives and our families. I know across the board, I know it's extremely high. There's some madness that takes place, but that is very, very minuscule to the whole. Maybe 1%, 2% of the other 98% that is great. And I'm one of those 98%. And you're just saying that to say, me and my wife have a great relationship. So, you listen to these guys online and they're demonizing marriage. And don't get me wrong, the state of the world's marriage system, yes, completely demonic. But there is a light on the hill for me. There is a light on the hill shining in the midst of the darkness. There is a way to go about these things, and the world is not going about it the right way. They are not. And you see, when you live in the darkness so long, those things you couldn't see when the lights first went out, you can slowly begin to be able to see. And suddenly darkness becomes light to the point where you've forgotten that you are in the dark. Yo, Minyaba Forma. Try. Minyaba. Piao.